kept a ledger the size of a Bible. Names folded like origami birds. Pride inked in gold, morality thin as the paper. They paid for silence and called it order. I called it a map.
Red clocks by how they stopped ticking when touched. They came with raincoats and smiles. A ledger smelling of lemon oil and no money. Pick the ones who speak too loud, they said. The ones who've tasted too much light. I am a cartographer of quiet. My tools, breath, shadow, patience, steel. They called it business. I called it a contract with something you can never feed. They traded names like currency, and I signed the receipt with a steady hand. Pride sits on their shoulders like a dog, heavy, warm, and stupid. Morality bowed out in the doorway, holding its hat. They drew maps of who should live and who should fall. Bought me a compass and an apartment down the hall. High pride, low standards, they whisper worthy and not. I walk the space between truth and the shot. Trained to make the silence clean and sharp. But there's a geography inside my chest they forgot to chart. There was a woman, martyr, who painted words on subway walls. Small rebellions in indigo and fire. The ledger said she'd said too much. I watched her hands stain blue and almost learned to look away. The first strike, the city fevered, neon bleeding down the streets. I moved like a thought, unadorned, invisible. Marta's eyes found me once across a crossing, 2 seconds, and I kept walking. That night I folded silence into the world and slept like a man holding someone else's life. They tipped cigars and called it cleansing. Morality reduced to a neat numbered line. They drew maps of who should live and who should fall. Bought me a compass and an apartment down the hall. High pride, low standards, they whisper worthy and not. I walk the space between truth and the shot. Trained to make the silence clean and sharp. But there's a geography inside my chest they forgot to chart. I was taught to steady the breath, see faces as angels, but the ledger grew, names multiplied like mold. Each silence I made filled the room behind my ribs with echoes. They wanted perfect margins around their lives, but history smolders in gutters and mothers and the paint on subway walls. Marta, a teacher, an electrician, a boy with a camera, a woman in blue. I missed a shot once, a tremor, a human mistake. The boy dropped his lens, shouted out, "You don't own us." That night the ledger bled ink, they called me back with promises. More money, fewer questions, the same old world. Pride can't hear consequence until it screams. Morality returns like tide water. No ledger can dam it. They drew maps of who should live and who should fall. But maps burn when the people read them all. High pride, low standards, they thought worthy was a list. But truth's a river with a voice that insists. I was trained to make the
until the city swallowed me. Marta's paint still dried on the wall. The gun sleeps now, a tool on a shelf.